Hey guys, Mrs. Bodechon here. So we're going to talk about 4C today. It says I can construct arguments based on evidence about the application benefits and problems of nuclear energy as an alternate energy source. So you're given on your sheet that you're supposed to do the benefits and the problems or the pros and cons of nuclear energy, coal, and natural gas, and then of course our green energies like solar, wind, hydroelectric, geothermal, and so on and so forth. So we're just going to go over each one of these. We're going to look at nuclear energy first, okay? So nuclear energy does not create greenhouse gases. What you see coming out of the big plumes is going to be steam, okay? So it's not pollution or anything like that. It's just steam rising out of those. So it does create a lot of electricity for the little amount of radioactive material that we need. The problem with it is it creates a lot of nuclear waste, which is radioactive, and we have nowhere safe to put it on Earth. We are trying to come up with all these great solutions of where we can put it, but we haven't come up with anything that is viable where it's going to be a long-term solution and incredibly safe for the environment and for us, okay? So we can go ahead and we can look at coal and natural gas. So coal and natural gases, they're inexpensive. That's a benefit, right? There's a lot of power plants that are already creating electricity, and they have been for a long time. So they're established. In other words, we don't need to put money into this to make electricity this way because we've already invested in it. All right. Coal is abundant right now. It won't always be abundant. It's a non-renewable resource, so it will run out someday, which is why that's in the cons section. They also produce greenhouse gases, which causes global warming and pollution. It decreases our ozone layer and all of those really bad things for the earth, right? And then if we go down to our green energy, you can see that, of course, they're green, which means they're really good for the environment. They're renewable, which means they're also good for us, right? What's good for the environment is good for people. The cons is that it's expensive to make, right? If you make solar panels, you make wind turbines, whatever, the startup costs are pretty expensive, but they do pay off in the long run. Some places on Earth, you're limited to what you can do. So for example, some places may be able to use wind turbines, but other places aren't windy enough to use them. They would have to choose a different form of like an energy plant, right? Or a power plant to do that. So in the end, this is your decision, okay? This whole construct here. So it says construct a convincing argument based on facts explaining whether nuclear energy is the best energy source for America. And I am being truthful when I say this is your opinion. This is not something that you learn in science and you're like, this is the only way. No, in fact, this is a huge political issue, and you can see that political candidates will always give their take on whether nuclear is the best or whether coal is the best or whatever it is that they're trying to push, right? Green energy for the environment. And because there's so many pros and cons to each one, you get to personally make this decision, what you believe is the right way for our community, for our earth, for our budget, for everything, right? So you take some time, look over the pros and cons, and you construct this based on your personal opinion. All right, guys, thanks.